So welcome to another match at the 2024 World Bowls Indoor Championships. This one is Norfolk Islands versus Malaysia in the men's singles. We're a fraction later than we would have been because we've been commentating on rink 2 and they've just finished a bit late, so now we're over onto rink 5. So there, they've played 3 ends already, and 6-2 to Malaysia, 2 threes, and a 2 for Jordy from Norfolk Islands. I know Jonesy will be happy now that it's on. Jordy's granddad, and I know Mum wanted to watch Sissy over in Australia. So hi Sissy, if you're now online, you'll be able to keep track rather than relying on a text from Jonesy. And joining me in the commentary box for this last session, not as glamorous as Natalie, but my old friend Josh is back.
I have my own special qualities.
Yes, that's how we describe it.
Yeah. This was, to be fair, this is a match I was pretty interested to take a look at and watch this evening. It could be something we see again later in the year, both of a similar age. So I think we might see them again in the future. So it's certainly interesting to see them play here in a competitive format on a completely new rink for both of them.
Yep, I'm not sure so much from Malaysia point of view, but from Norfolk, I know Jordy's been at the under 25s. And excuse the slight delay there, refreshments were being delivered. Tonic water for all of us.
It's certainly seeming like long days, but enjoyable. Great standard of bowls we've seen so far, so certainly don't mind the long days, especially with the refreshments arriving.
So good wood there, moving the jack back.
Behind.
Tried to go back with the camera.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not really that easy to get to for Jordy here with that front stuff in the way.
Yeah, had a smaller target. It was on to move it.
Yep.
His is at the back. But missing it. It was pretty much a gamble for all or nothing. As you can see, the mark has got four lollipops up. So that's the first set drifting away. 3 ends left to get 8 shots. That's a tall order. So if you are watching around the world, let us know on the YouTube feed where you're from. Always interesting to see. You know, we've had a lot of views from different places.
Yes, with with over 30 countries represented at these championships, it's a very good spread of different nations, and we're trying to feature as many of those as possible on the live streams.
One blue, yeah.
So good woods from Izzat again.
Yeah, he almost had a third there, but just drifting slightly through the head. Decent attempt by Jordy there, pushes 1 or 2 out of the head. Definitely cut down there.
What's the gap shot ball of the jack, please, Brad?
Definitely cut down, but still 1 down.
Yeah, and the jack, what's the gap?
Yeah, I think he knows it.
So 11-2 on 5 ends. He's just got to regroup, try and settle down so we can get the second set.
To be fair, not a great deal of experience. I don't think from playing that long. Has played a couple of internationals now, such as the World Under-25s up in is it Glasgow in December?
It was East Kilbride.
Yes, that's correct. Seems like a long time ago now.
We're that far up, I thought we were going to end up at the North Pole. It was cold up there in December. Another great lead off from Izzat. Really putting Jordy under pressure.
Well, there's a toucher there coming in from Izzat.
Oh, Izzat again. He's certainly playing well.
It's important to keep your focus, even though you know you've won the, or pretty much won the opening set. If you start to relax and drift away, then it can be difficult to refocus to make the second set a win as well. It's got an interesting group as Jordy. It's got a Buzz from Jersey, Joe from Malta, Singapore, and then Pete Bonsor from Spain. Real sort of mixed bag of players there, I think.
Yeah, tricky rink. Pete's he's had bronze at the World Cup before now, I think it is. As we've seen, Malaysia. Izzat, he's capable of doing well.
Although I think Pete did try and switch country earlier today because he ended up nicking the Isle of Man shirt out of the changing room by accident. I didn't think it was the Spanish one. So that was an interesting hunt for the Isle of Man shirt.
You hold one. Second shot's the grey bowl. It's the bowl to you.
So nice and clear from the marker, Gary Collins. Really good marker. So even though Jordy got in there, still only second bowl. So Izzat just disturbed it a little bit.
This your bowl. Yeah, touch it. Yeah.
Jordy just heading up to have a look at the head. Is he checking for touches there, or?
Yep, so I think he might be playing just over a draw. If he's asking that, he's obviously wondering what's going to go back in the ditch.
Yeah, certainly looks like he's playing a bit of a runner on that forehand.
He's going to hit something.
Made good contact there, as Izzat's would made it far enough to the ditch.
So that'll still
I think
be
so.
one down.
Good strike though.
Izzat's already putting the mat down. I don't know if it's been officially conceded, but he obviously thinks there's going to be no question. Yep, conceded, and Izzat sending the jack down.
So in the group stages they have to play all 7 ends of each set, as it could go down to shot difference if games 1 and sets 1 are the same. So they are going to complete this 7th end of the first set. You can see out in the corner of the screen the rink next door, which is also part of the same group. Jersey against Malta. It's like Malta have the upper hand here, winning the first set, and also 5-2 up after 6 ends. So Buzz is going to need a 4 here to win the second set and force a tiebreak.
And Jersey started with a hard day today, or sorry, yesterday, where he played Malaysia. So went down 2-0.
Yep.
So Malaysia's off to a flyer, and also Pete Bonza from Spain played 2-1-2. So they've gone well. Singapore 1 up, 1 down, so middle of the road. And then we've got Malta and Norfolk, played 1, lost 1 so far. So Malaysia's on 1 win. Dominated this first set, but that's the beauty of sets. The first one's gone, reset, and see if you can get yourself back in for the next one. So Jordy's holding 1 this end, so hopefully he's settled down. That's the thing, if you're just not quite on it, and like Malaysia was just, Izzat was all over it, makes it really difficult for you. Doesn't let you settle at all. Another good effort, Jordy.
Yeah, better bowls coming in now, I think. It's a good effort at the draw.
No, I think it's just 1 down.
Probably not in the counts, but definitely in the head. Make Izzat think about what he's playing. Looks like he's drawing it again. Nothing fancy on the last end, just keep your weight.
Close to the shot bowl. Does make contact.
Well, might be enough. Then again, he's sat the back one in.
Wow, it's pretty close now.
Yeah, shrugging the shoulders from the marker there sort of made you think it's probably a measure.
I don't want to call that.
Yeah, it's indicating a measure.
Doesn't really change Jordy's shot, so he didn't come up. Undergreened it, but the shot was always just a draw, and that was perfect weight for it. I think Jordy just indicated that he reckons the back one is in. So the usual bowler's dance. Round the head.
So taking 1 out, so it's certainly 1 to Jordy. Sorry, I had the wrong bowls perhaps there. 1 to Izzat then.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on here. Josh suddenly got confused with the white and the grey. So I'm not sure
they were playing with each other's there.
Trying to say they're using the wrong bowls.
It's a better way of putting it.
So for the second set, it's always the one who won the first set. So even though Jordy had just won that end, Izzat placed the mat and gets to send the jack up. Nice solid start from both. Oh, that's just ahead then.
Sounds like somebody clacking jacks together, but don't know.
Yeah, weird noises out on the rink.
Oh, that might explain it. Andy Mary's just turned up at the window.
No? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Not a lot to it. Yeah. Alright, let's take that.
Just left that one slightly shy for Jordy.
Thanks, dear.
Got to be in the target area.
Looks good to me. Certainly sitting in for the shot there.
Come in too.
Yeah, Jordy's just tight on the line again. Weight's better though. That's what it is. It's
The long
the
tape.
long tape for the jack measure. That's what the clacking sound is. That makes sense now.
Fast ball, Jack, eh?
Cameras are almost picking up too much in the microphones. Hearing the squeaking. So Izzat's just pushed through that. Now Jordy could draw it. Depends how adventurous and how confident he is with his runners. Because if he plays a runner, he could catch the outside wood of Izzat's and take the two away and make himself 3, maybe even 4.
It's like he's played a drawing bowl. Or perhaps it was a running bowl.
Yeah, just missed whichever one he was after. Two to Malaysia.
How far is your map in the sea? Is that okay? Oh, fine.
Don't know what Izzat was waiting for. Took a long time to bowl that one.
It's a short jack. I wonder if they were just thinking about the jack length, potentially. Matt's only up a little bit though.
My boat jack level or just short? But I'm older.
And all the other live scores from the other rinks available on the World Bowls and Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. For example, on rink 3 there's a interesting game going on between England's Harry Goodwin and South Africa's Jace Evans. Harry only scoring 1 point each end for the first 3 ends to lead 3-0.
Now you've started, Josh. You have to go across all the rinks. You can't do just one.
Rink 1, first set went to the Falkland Islands and they're currently leading Botswana 5-4 with 2 ends to go. Rink 2 is 4-0 in favour of Gabor from Hungary against Hank from Japan after 3 ends. Rink 4, that's finished now with 1.5 sets to Malta with half a set to Jersey. So they did actually draw that last set, so Buzz must have picked up a 3 there, I think. And then on rink 6, first set has gone the way of Wales, who are currently a point ahead after 4 ends against the Isle of Man, Clive.
Yeah, it's always the way people stand in front of flags you can't quite see.
He's also changed his shirt because I think it's at the
Oh, Jordy's
hotel in town.
hit the target, but just clipped the shot wood rather than hit that full or hit the jack full. Sorry, Josh, the last one, Isle of Man.
Isle of Man, he's changed shirt as well because his brightly coloured orange shirt is at the hotel in town because Spain thought it was theirs. So that's also caught me out, I think.
So he's not in his proper uniform.
He's in the away kit, perhaps.
Well, to be fair, at least he's got some kit. So Malaysia, originally their kit hadn't turned up, or their baggage full stop, but it arrived. But they arrived a little bit early, so they had a bit more time. Hong Kong, similar. Their stuff arrived this morning.
Yes, picked it up from the airport about 7 o'clock, so yeah, early start for us picking that up.
But South Africa's didn't. They just had to go downtown and buy a couple of shirts. And so they're just playing in what's officially non-uniform, but for obvious reasons they've been given dispensation to carry on. And Macau, very similar. They had nothing arrive, so they've had to go to the shops and just buy matching tops, but that's all they could do.
Was it Botswana as well? I'm trying to think, there was a third country that travelled with South Africa and Hong Kong.
You're right, I can't remember if it's Botswana or Namibia.
It was definitely not Namibia. They've been here a few days and buzzing around on the mopeds. I'm pretty sure it's Botswana. But their baggage is yet to turn up. I'm hoping I'll get another call early tomorrow morning. But I understand there's quite a baggage situation in Dubai, something like 30,000 bags, not with their rightful owners.
Yeah, well, it is the the second busiest airport in the world. So they're going to have a few planes going through.
Yeah, I thought organising 60 people on a rink was bad enough.
I think organising you is bad enough.
It's a full-time job for myself, yes. Yeah. So, 3-0 to Malaysia after 2 ends.
So a shout out to people watching from around the world. If you want to post in the comments where you're from, we're happy to see that. We know we've had people from all over the world watching, which is only to be obvious, watching a World Bowls Championship. So I think Jonesy the Pirate will be, he said Sissy Wills will be watching, so shout out to you, Jordy's mum, and Jonesy the Pirate. After he made it back to us, he had to disappear for a couple of days, but he's back safe and sound, or as safe and sound as Jonesy ever is.
Jordy's just playing through there onto the shot wood. He has managed to spring the jack as well. Far enough, I'm not 100% sure.
Trust you for one.
Well, there's your Josh asking the marker again, so it's very good of the marker to answer him. Not sure who's holding when the marker says to Malaysia, fancy your one. Sure, telepathy again, Josh. You've done well.
Well, we are related. To the marker, yes. As is Guernsey, a small island. Izzat's drawn another one in there, by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's certainly asking questions of Jordy. Similar shot to last time. Last one was on the back of the shot.
He's caught the same bowl again.
Oh. It's really good effort, really good effort. Ever so slightly thinner. Turn the shot would weigh a bit more. He would have just carried on just another 6 inches, another foot. Well, Jordy was really close, but just a couple of little touches off some woods brought him up to the jack, and a toucher, shot drawn.
Yeah, certainly one way to do it.
And sometimes that's all you need, because he was close a few times and didn't quite get a result. So sometimes a little break like that just lets you change the length.
I was going to say, he's got the mat and the jack now, so he can put it where he'd like to. Hopefully that'll give him a good first bowl, and he can then build on it from there. Playing a longer jack now, compared to Malaysia, who have played a few shorter jack ends. A decent start. Bowling right up to the jack with a front toucher. Couldn't
Well played.
ask for more, really. Decent effort here by Izzat as well. Just short of the shot bowl and the jack.
Jordy's, I don't know if you can see it, he's got to be careful. Doesn't want to play the forehand really and spring his own. Left it a bit short. Should be room to draw inside that if you choose to. Especially Izzat using quite a tight bowl.
He's got a chance of playing his up there as well. Oh, cracking effort.
That was a good effort. Jordy just hanging on to that one.
Good sighter there, and he played sensible weight, so I suspect it's stayed on perhaps, which gives you an option for a little more weight if he wishes to do so. I think that bowler Jordy probably forces him to play a bit more weight underneath it.
Yep, he's going more for it.
Not far away. Contact with the shot wood, which is of course a toucher, so it will stay live if it ends up in the ditch. Just going to spin the camera around here and have a look as to where it's gone. Actually went out of the green, so the jack has been respotted to the centre tee. Which doesn't appear to be ideal for Jordy.
No, 2 or 3 to Izzat. But there is enough room for Jordy. So it's in his own hands. He's waving it down.
He's overplayed it, hasn't he? Perhaps he's looking for the trail for 2, but...
No, I'd imagine he was drawing that.
Well, these two, I'm not too sure. I think it's the back one.
They're discussing potentially 3 here, I think.
Yeah, from here, it's the back one.
Are they? Is that Izzat's the short? Well, the one directly in line with the jack. Yeah.
I think.
So, well, 2 on the tape and a free draw for Izzat. Sent it on a line.
That's all you need to do. Draw within a yard. Big counter.
Yeah.
3 out so far.
Jordy's last one was a costly miss.
Blue. Oh, right, sorry.
The umpire being called on here to help with the to run the measure. The marker being used to help with the measure. Just going back to check, the tape hasn't moved. Giving it the way of Jordy. So 3 shots there to Izzat.
Gary out for a jog, very energetic. Not sure if he's keeping his steps up or if that's worse because He's taking longer strides and therefore you get less steps.
Only you would think about it that way.
Well, it actually reminded me of the hotel going the must have been the British Isles fairly recently, where not connected to the bowls party, but there was a group of workmen, and one of the youngsters, he sort of rushed up to the table, put his cup of tea down, went away, rushed up, put an orange juice down, went away, rushed up, put some cereals down, went away, rushed up, put some toast down. And he couldn't seem to do more than one item at a time. So at the time I just said, oh, he must be keeping his steps up, but he's got to do so many journeys.
Was that the same one where his mate was also a workman,
Maybe.
loaded everything on one plate and
Yeah.
brought a mound through?
There was, yes.
So there was that sort of the two opposite approaches
opposite
to
extreme, yeah. You could barely fit it on the plate.
Yeah.
It was trying to fall off. See, you ask me what's in my mind, you get random. And the other side of me, you've just got Alan doing the cameras. He's just shaking his head.
It is truly random.
I'm surprised it still surprises you, having been brothers for long enough.
Usually I don't listen to it.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So it's on a good line from Jordy.
Yeah, all down to the weight there. Great bowl.
Great bowl. 6-1 down, so 3 ends, but he can't afford to tie the set, so needs 6 shots. So
No
3
shot,
twos
bowl,
or
bowl for
however
you.
he can get them. And over on Rick 1 said the game was close in the second set. It was 5-4 to Falkland Islands. They took that set and they took the tie break against Botswana. Close for Izzat, just opened up a little gap for himself.
Yeah, he managed to get through and make contact with the shot bowl, just turning it through jack high.
One more shot, mate.
Close for shot there.
Yeah, it's closest shot.
Is Jordy playing a covering bowl, or is he playing to give himself an option?
Well, I didn't see if he asked who was shot, so I'm not sure if he knew he was shot, but maybe he assumed he was still shot, and therefore cover back in case the jack goes, or if his own wood goes. Yeah, it still does give him the option.
Interesting there, Izzat's gone and looked to cover off Jordy's bowl that's behind, so Izzat must, I guess, think that he's shot. I think the hardest shot probably is the forehand, looking for a little movement on the jack. Depends on what the swing of Jordy's bowl is like and how far short he perceives Izzat's bowl to be, as to whether he can get to the jack there to trail it for 2 or 3. There is of course a backhand option which he's playing here.
careful with the weight. Don't want to be dragging it too far.
Oh, he's got the gap.
Oof. Well, it depends if he's up or down, whether that's good or bad.
I thought they were going to look at that for a little bit longer, but Malaysia's shot there. So now 7-1 after 5 ends.
So getting more difficult for Jordy. But Izzat's certainly putting him under pressure. He's a very good player.
It's the Izzat's delivery is just so consistent every time. It's textbook, and I mean that adds a lot to the consistency then of his bowls as well. I think we've seen him be a little more consistent in this matchup.
Yeah, he's definitely been a bit more consistent. But that's part of their training program. They're always like the Malaysian system is very good nowadays. Starting from nothing. Before you were born, you always give me stick about my age, Josh. So I went to the '98 Commonwealth Games in Malaysia.
What month was that?
September '98.
Well, I was born then.
All right. So the games was when you were born.
6 months old.
But they would have started training before you were born.
Yes, that's fair to say.
Maybe not these people here. But yeah, so that's where the programme started, and the government embraced it, and the players embraced it, and you can do okay doing bowls for Malaysia. So it's been very successful, and they see the results. They've had world champions, gold medalists, and generally a good training programme like they've got, and really good deliveries and consistent players.
Yeah, well, they saw a silver medal at the World Under-25s recently in December, so... Izzat covering behind there. Jordy had some of the back bowls, so makes sense to cover off that risk of a 3 that was back there if he picked up the jack clean. Jordy's gone for it anyway and got one unlucky bounce. Well, a lucky correction perhaps, and then an unlucky bounce.
Needed a bit of a miracle to get a score anyway. But if you need a few, you've got to throw the dice.
It's unfortunately game over for him. However, the winner of every group goes through, and then some of the best runners-up, depending on the draw.
All the runners-up go through. Some will go straight through to the quarter-final. Some will have to play another game to get to the quarter-final, a playoff.
Right, now I understand what was meant the other day. Perfect.
I thought you looked confused.
I decided somebody else would arrange that, and I can stay out of the way.
I'll draw you a map after, Josh.
To be fair, having picked up Hong Kong China's lost luggage this morning, I did almost get lost on the way back to the Bowls Club, which would have been an interesting story, how the luggage got lost twice. With all the road closures.
Well, a few late nights, early mornings, can understand.
Another solid bowl there by Izzat, drawing a good shot.
That's the target area. Fraction tight, but good wood by Jordy. Giving himself something to work with. Game's gone, I know, but good to finish on a high note. We know all shots count, so use it as a bit of practice. And well, Izzat, even though he's won the game, he's still making sure every shot counts.
Pause that behind the jack there, Martin, please.
Jordy playing a bit of weight in here. Contact with the jack, and he's managed to pick it up as well on the way through.
Yeah, every opportunity with that. So played it well. Now he's moved it, we'll just move that camera a little bit for you. Not before the ball comes through. Right, now we'll move it. So final ball of the game.
He's played the same gap.
Well, you'd say same again, and he did. Izzat was on top form there. Didn't let Jordy in at all. So we'll be back in the morning with more live streaming. You can follow it on YouTube, and World Bowls Facebook Live, World Bowls YouTube, or the Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube. You can also catch up with the live scoring that's on the World Bowls site or the Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. You can find the live scoring there, and there's also the match centre, so the final results and the actual group tables that'll be on the World Bowls match centre, so you can get it through the World Bowls site. So thanks for joining me, Josh, and good to be here. Thanks for around the world for joining us, and we will